Hell's open. Alizé is ready to depart Alagiri when you are. What are we even supposed to do? They just told us to rest, right? So why are we leaving Alagiri? We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, I think we were supposed to stay back in case the Imperials planned like a counterattack here or something. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Erenvol's squadron. They are already searching other nearby areas. So we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. So just out killing Imperial patrols, I guess. And she just had to deal with some foot soldiers. I had to deal with like various Magitech armor whatevers and giant weird dog things. Give me a moment, Lavenza. Say that again, if you would? No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Erenvold. The pair that was spying on us in the fringes has followed us here. I want to say I remember something about being spied on, but then I don't recall. What about you, Lavenza? Any trouble? And there I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with him. I hope the assault on Specula Imperatoris is going well. Oh. Well, let's find out then, shall we? Definitely a lot of casualties. Jeez.
Whoa! You've improved, lad.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Isn't that somewhere else? Yeah, I would seem, because she was told not to go there, so it's...
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself. I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Hansfred, Rudolph, Emlyn. For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
He's definitely doing the unexpected. They even said, like, we're going to take this tower as like a shield. And they're like, no, we'll fire on that shield. Are we going to see her vision now? No, it doesn't look like it. But she's having visions. Which obviously for the uninitiated would start to hint to you, oh my god, she's got the echo. Definitely big cannon. Jeez.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
By the 12. Did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Kasramabanya. But that was an Imperial installation, and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. Okay. Heavens weep. The fear in Alizé's eyes is unlike anything you have ever seen before. This way, there's no time to lose. Yeah, I was thinking of that's a pretty common like storyline, you know, for like soldiers or whatever, you know, that idea of like having to sacrifice some of your own to win the battle or whatever. I wonder how many examples there are of Garleans like actually like fully integrating another like race or group of people. Because Fordola is, as far as I can tell, gambling a lot, you know, on the Garleans eventually like integrating Alamegans into their society or whatever. I mean, I know, you know, that like you can become a citizen or whatever, but you're always going to be second class. So, but I mean, maybe that's enough for her. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother. Right now. The locks on the massive gate appear to have been disabled. You need only prise them open to pass through. Could have just flown over, but I thought this was more appropriate. Maybe this is also an instance because of that. Well, no, probably not, because you're not expected to have flying yet, and there's probably not another way to get over here. Damn it. I don't see them. My brother Ordelise. Maybe the general knows something. It shall be done. I'm glad you're here, Lavenza. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us. On Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it in them. To kill their own men just to kill us. God's damn them all. Where is my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck. But that need not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating, and many remain unaccounted for. Alizé, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north. You take the east. Tell the adders we need their conjurers ready to receive our wounded. And get me every carriage you can find. They could fire on us again at any moment. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's great hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There, Alighieri's not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. Ugh, everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Lavenza Shark, ward of House Forton. We fought together on the steps of faith. You saved my life back then, and now... I can walk. Thank you. 1,000 times thank you. Conrad. Conrad, can you hear me? Nago. Put him down over there. And it's like, just heard Lise. I'm gonna bounce. You take care of yourself. Lavenza, full glad am I to see you. Wait, where's my sister? O mighty Rhalgr, O noble Azima, I beg of you, do not take him from us. Okay, I remember he eventually dies. I thought it was earlier in the attack on Rhalgr's Reach, but I guess it's here.
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
So I know there's a lot of criticism of Lys. And generally, like, I don't have... Oh. Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castrum Abania.
Next round, double the charge.
Ah, yes.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
Just nukes the cannon.
That's the cerulean pipeline!
Okay, he had a pipeline.
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
No fear.
My lance has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
It's interesting what they did with him in this expansion.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon!
Like, he's just a very much like hit and run kind of character. I don't know if he ever...
The savages are coming!
If he ever actually interacts with us in this expansion. I don't think he does. It's not even until, like, later in Shadowbringers that I think he does. But what I was going to say about Lys was that so far I haven't really agreed with any criticisms of her characterization or anything. But I will say her being given, like, leadership feels a bit unwarranted, at least as far as her showing an aptitude for it. Like, I don't think they've shown that. I mean, Conrad, I think, had mentioned earlier about her being kind of good for the role, in that she's somebody that has had a foot, I think, in both worlds of being both like Alliance and Alamegan. But I mean, if anything, through our journey, she's shown kind of how she's certainly not comfortable with any kind of leadership role or taking command or whatever. She's more or less relied on the rest of us. But I don't know how fast she actually takes up the role. If she still kind of struggles to take up the role for a bit, then I can understand maybe having just been told, like, I'm passing this on to you, so you need to take it up. And her kind of... that being the... like the catalyst or whatever for her, you know, starting to try to take up that kind of role. No, 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 you can't. Not now. I promise. Yeah, I guess maybe just her making that promise is enough to get her to... To me, it's been, I think, more of a lack of confidence from her. She just has not been confident in what she's doing. And it makes sense because she hasn't really known her purpose. I think she learned a bit from Hien, but I don't know if that was enough. We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Yeah, I mean, it shows that by and large, dealing with the Imperials, the only response is no mercy. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God's is my witness. There will be a reckoning. Not coming from Alphino. The road home. Slowly but surely, Alphino is regaining his composure. Forgive me, now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Alighieri. We will meet you in Alighieri. I pray you find my sister and leave at once. We'll look after him. You should go. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he is all right. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to Alighieri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. What should we do? We've got plenty of our own wounded to deal with. Say the word and I'll finish him quickly. Oh, Imperial. Aiding him. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. To hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilsabard instead of taking fire from my own so-called comrades. So I take it he's actually Garlean, because Ilsabard is where they're from, right? Because I was going to say, I could definitely see this, you know, attack being enough to spur non-Garleans to say, screw these people. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose and I was having trouble getting it back on. I should be fine the rest of the way. Oh. Wow, that was... Oh, bless you, kind... Wait, is that you, Lavenza? I didn't recognize you at first. Been feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. It'd be more reassuring if they actually had the animation of them getting up and walking off. Like, if they just stay there, I feel kind of bad just leaving them. I knew we'd lose people doing this, but him? I was sure the old bear would outlast us all. I did what I could for those I found along the way, but some were beyond help. It's up to all of us to carry on in his stead. It's up to me. Lavenza, we have given over Commander Kim's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when, rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. Okay, take their all. Yeah. For the living and the dead, the question of how to move forward in Conrad's absence looms large in Alphino's mind. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It is time we speak with General Aldin. Grim though it is, the Conjurers have had no choice but to impose a rigid triage system when treating the wounded. Under the circumstances, we have to be realistic. Mark my words, when this is over, I will take the heads of every officer in Castrum Abania. I'll swing the bloody axe myself if I have to. Wait till you find out it was... Fordola that gave the order. I forgot about a lot of the things that Fordola did. Which makes the decisions made later on, I could see, much harder. We lost a lot of men. We lost a lot of men inside the tower. Casualties are still mounting among those who survived. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Which is what Yatsuyu had said, right? And that's what that quest was called when we attacked Doma Castle. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castrum Abania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. A frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? Because of Estinian. You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction? Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage, or a heretofore unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the Resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago. I do. But I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papalimo and I arrived at Ralger's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the Resistance. And then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions. But even then, I knew deep down that it was an excuse. That I was still afraid of following my heart. Because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Ida. But then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries. And as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago, I'll come back, I promise. So she's starting to show that she, what she learned from Hien. While I acknowledge Commander Hex's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should do so alone. Lavenza, would you go with her? Of course. What will you say? Would have done it even if you hadn't asked, sir. I suppose someone's got to keep her out of harm's way. No, first one. Then it is settled. We will await your return. More than a keeper, she needs a friend now. Stay close to her. Of course. One can but wonder how the rank and file of the 12th Legion will view their leadership upon hearing about the fate of Specula Imperatoris. Yeah, I definitely would not be pleased. When did Lys become a leader of the Resistance? That is... I suppose we have Hien to thank for this too. I understand Monago's concern. If they were to lose another leader so soon after losing Conrad, the Resistance might never recover. Well, do they even really know she's the leader yet? Conrad confided in me that he was considering naming her as a successor. So it didn't come as a complete shock. I was still surprised, but I've never once doubted his judgment. None of us have. If he thought Lys was the best choice, then she is. Yeah, I guess there's also a bit of that. I don't know what you'd call it. The, anointed one or something. The one that, you have, the one that everybody looks up to, the leader. And then... essentially, when you just have that character say, I want this person to take over for me, questions of, is this person qualified or whatever. They're not completely out the door in the fact that, none of the questions have really none of the other characters have really questioned it yet, other than Alize, maybe a little. We'll see if any other characters do, but yeah, just that scenario kind of is a little bit of a cheat, maybe, in putting a person into a leadership position. It's the previous leader passed it on to them, so. Sorry to drag you into this, Lavenza. It may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now, all I can do is is be myself. Jeez. I mean, like, I would follow her anyway, just because, you know, she's a friend and I'd want to keep her safe, you know. You know, her being like a leader or whatever has nothing to do, at least for my character's motivation. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was really good. We are moving along through 4.0, almost done with it. We just got into the locks. So I don't know exactly how long it's going to take to get to Xenos and take him on, but hopefully another day we'll have that done. So yeah, if you want to see that live, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. And if you like this video and want to see more like it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Have a good one.